going into a hostile environment. These fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome, everyone, to the Woodshed, East Lansing, Michigan. Spartan Stadium on the banks of the Red Cedar and home to Michigan State. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Michigan State Spartans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Spartans will kick it off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. He just about popped that one for a long one, but as it is, he gives his team a lot of momentum with a solid return. So Notre Dame's offense will be first on the attack. The last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, i.e. us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
The noise bouncing off of Sparty's armor as they encourage the green and white on third down. Get it out on the screen. At midfield, he's got room. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out of the 40.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position, and the running back sold it too. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air. It's Van Buren. That's reeled in. It's Richardson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Grab near the sticks. It's Richardson. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. So now it's second and long. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. He caught it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So the touchdown drive goes 63 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Michigan State's offense will go to work for the first time today. They are going to be greeted rather rudely, I guess, by a group of defensive linemen that wreak havoc and hunt down quarterbacks, Jesse.
And they wreck games. They take away everything you do offensively. So it's a huge challenge in this one, David, for this offensive coordinator to try to call plays and find ways to get the football away from these big fellas up front because they take games over.
And get the ball out quick. Like when you've got a defensive line that can penetrate, they can get TFLs, get sacks, it's going to be on this offensive line to buy a little bit of time, but also the ball to come out quick, win in the secondary right now.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their...
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
Man, this home crowd was so jacked up, so excited to finally get the football after giving up points on the first drive and having to be quiet. Now they're quiet again. How about the defense coming in here, shutting this crowd up early and doing their job?
And the Spartans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Back to throw, it's Van Buren, who fires to the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush, he didn't hurry, he took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going right and going deep. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
A 1st down run in the red zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella. Pretty
impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, that's a nice number.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throwing right. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time it's 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Osborne. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. He'll go to the sneak. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Trying to get rid of it. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete. The Spartans will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. They'll start this drive going to the air. He hurls one deep down the left side. Makes a grab at the 25, and there's room. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
That's a first down for the offense.
That last big play has them in business just outside the red zone. It's 1st and 10. Catch in the middle. It's Flanagan. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. To throw, it's Van Buren. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He gets it inside the 20 to the 19, but they still have a ways to go, and it'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Right down the boulevard, it's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Rides the back and leaves it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Spartans are in the hurry-up. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a really good job by this defense being dialed in. You got a big lead. You know exactly what's coming. This offense is going to have to make some explosive plays down the field. They were ready, they were disciplined, and made a good play on the football.
They'll try to get it through the air. Got his man in the middle. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. The Spartans come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. And the Spartans will bring the punt team onto the field. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, two biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those two things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
Under fire. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Wide open downfield. Out of bounds after a big pickup on the play, just a couple of yards short of the goal line.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Looking to throw. Touchdown, Irish! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense has had enough. They'll take a knee and wrap up this first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Ready to go here in the second half, and Notre Dame will kick it away. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Spartans have it back on offense, hoping to play some good ball. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese.
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Hauls it in. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's Osborne. Caught in the backfield, it's Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Here comes the heat. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Spartans will line up to punt it away. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Here come the Irish back on offense. Quarterback may change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Richardson. Drills him with the stiff arm. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, the defense did a nice job taking everything away down the field, but once the drag route was caught, they just couldn't rally to the ball carrier in time to make a tackle, and as a result, new set of downs.
One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Wants to throw on 1st down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? Notre Dame has made this 2nd down play much more difficult after going backwards. They'll give it to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Just tried to ease it out there, and it falls incomplete. Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the 1st time. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Handoff from the gun. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Trying play action. He's got him in the flat. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Spartans line up to punt it away. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring. The ball pops out on the return. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
I'm literally walking over to that guy. My man, thank you so much for saving my run. That could have been really, really bad. I could have been benched, but you got my back. Appreciate you, my man.
They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out route. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the 1st down marker was. I got to go get that 1st down. He did a nice job of it.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Man down on the play as the officials take a break. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
0.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Final play of the quarter coming. Gives it on the option. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, this is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Off the play fake. He's going to run it. There he goes.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
The Spartans will line it up on 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Working well behind the sticks on second down.
Let's go! Let's go!
Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Running into the open space. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
And I tell you what, we can focus on the left side of the line of scrimmage because that's where the play starts. But you don't get big gains when you run out wide unless wide receivers, yes, wide receivers, commit to blocking, staying on their guys. Really good job on the outside by giving the running back space to make the big play.
On first and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Van Buren. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw on first down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together. Gonna sling it on second down. Gonna try to pop one on the screen. Crosses the 30, he's got away. It's a seam wide open. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Spartans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Looking to the big tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, fellas, here's a final update on a clash between top 15 teams. Ohio State found a way to pick up the W, and a win is a win, but this was not the type of convincing victory they've gotten used to in Columbus. Always fun to see two of the game's better teams duke it out at this point of the season. A good barometer, fellas, for both coaches.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Not quite in rhythm there, incomplete.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And he's got it at the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
For the offense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down.
Here we go.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off play action. Plucks it out of the air. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Nice move to keep running. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Timeout called by the offense. 23 seconds remaining in the game. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Notre Dame comes to the line trying to convert on 3rd and short. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Duggar. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. While they could run victory formation, you also have to think about padding those stats. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pressure coming. He's taking the deep shot. Played till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. You know what's great about rivalry games?
Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games start. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.